let me hit the ID here, and then we're going to talk with the governor in about 20 seconds. Governor, hang on. I got to be legal with the FCC. We don't want the federal government shutting us down. The state government would stand up for us, so I'm sure. The governor is on hold. Hang on, 22 seconds.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios, this is Mix 1041 WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens. Download the free Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com.
The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making sure the top of your house is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
And we're joined now by the governor of the volunteer state of Tennessee, Governor Bill Lee. Governor, how are you?
Hey, good morning, Steve. I'm doing fine, sir. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. It's been a while.
It has been a while. A lot of things happened since I talked to you last.
I guess so. Well, Governor, I know we've got a lot to talk about, but it's an interesting time. There's a lot going on. So let me just delve in here. A couple of weeks ago or so, you discussed and brought forward a public education funding formula proposal. Tell me about that.
Yeah, public education is arguably one of the most important topics if you talk about the future of Tennessee. And I'm very focused on this state and its future, its ability to lead the country. And if we do so, we got to fund public education in an appropriate way. So we're proposing $1 billion increase in our funding for public school systems across the state. A historic investment in public education, incredibly important for our state. But at the same time, I have said that if we're going to spend money in significant ways like this, that we've got to spend it wisely. And we have currently a 30-year-old funding formula. It's a very complicated and antiquated and outdated way in which we distribute funds to public school systems across the state. And if we're going to spend the right amount of money on public education, in my view, we ought to spend it in the right way. So we've proposed a modernized funding formula that is very different from the way we do it now, much improved. It's really based on the idea of funding students and not systems. It is got a lot of support, bipartisan support. It goes hand in hand with this new funding we're doing, and I think it'll change the way public education is, the trajectory of public education for the future of Tennessee.
We're joined by Governor Bill Lee. What's the reaction been so far, Governor?
I think people realize when they look at the formula, they realize that it provides greater transparency for parents. Parents understand how their children's education is being funded under this plan. It's better for teachers because of the way we provide for teacher pay raises in this formula. The old one had a workaround where teacher pay raises didn't exactly get to teacher pay raises, and that's a detail that teachers are aware of, and this is important. It gives greater accountability, makes sure that dollars spent on a district are followed with some accountability that makes sure those district is performing with outcomes that parents and educators would expect. So it's got a lot of good to it that people see as improvement, and the biggest improvement being the way we're funding it with a student-based funding formula. But because of those changes, we are very encouraged. The legislature is moving. It's beginning to move through the legislature. There's been, 6 months of work done on this with hundreds of stakeholders and thousands of public comments. But it's moving in the right direction. I feel very encouraged that this is going to get done, and it's going to be great for Tennessee.
And if it passes, what's the timetable?
It'll go into effect in a year and a half. Not this fall period, but the next. There's a lot of work that would have to be done to put it into place, but it also allows us to districts to prepare for the new funding. One of the things that's important about this, every single district in the state of Tennessee will receive a higher level of funding than they had under the old plan. And That's good. It's a win for every district. Every child will have dollars attached to them that goes to their public school based on their income. So there's a base amount for a kid, and then if a kid has a disability, or if a kid lives in a rural county with that has sparsely populated county, there's additional dollars that follow those kids. A kid that lives in an area of concentrated poverty, for example, would have additional dollars above the base that follows that kid, because there are additional requirements to educate that child because of some of the uniqueness of each kid in the program. But it'll go through the legislature fast. It'll start in a year and a half.
We're joined by Governor Bill Lee of the Volunteer State. Governor, I know you have been talking a lot about workforce development and the importance of workforce development in our state.
Yeah, I talk to companies on a regular basis from around the world and from around the country who are thinking about putting locations in Tennessee. And I also talk to major companies that are here and small businesses that are here that are growing their companies because our economy is unusually strong in Tennessee compared to other states. So we're a very attractive place for business, and we've seen that for the last few years in particular. And one of the things that companies and businesses think about most, and the question they ask me most, is about workforce. And are you going to have the workers that I need, company owner, to or as a company operator, to fill the jobs that I'm going to need? So I'm heavily focused on workforce development. I came from a background of plumbing and pipe fitting and welding and electrical, and understand how important people with skills for trades, that whole area is very important. And so we've started as soon as I came in office, but we're particularly investing in vocational and technical and agriculture education. We're proposing $500 million in our state budget this year for CTE programs, career and technical education programs in high schools all over Tennessee. It is very important that we develop the workforce, but more importantly, it's important to the people of our state and the young people in Tennessee who have giftings that attach their brain to their hands. They're skilled in ways that others may not be, but we got to make sure there is an education system and a pathway for their success.
And Governor, speaking of that, you've been very active and involved in the PIE Center here in Bradley County with the Bradley County school system, and you actually said publicly that this could be the PIE Center in Bradley County schools could be a pilot program that you'd like to see around the state.
Yeah, that's right. See, what's happening here is a partnership, and I've said plenty of times, government isn't to the greatest challenges, and workforce development is a challenge, and skilling people up and getting them opportunity. I mean, this is Tennessee. I think we are an attractive place. There's a reason people are moving here in record numbers. We're one of the most moved to states in the country because of our opportunity, our security, our freedom that we offer here. But opportunity comes when you skill people up. The government can't. But the partnership at the PIE Center between the private sector, the education system, the nonprofit community, the community itself, there is a partnership there that is going to give people opportunity, frankly, and change people's lives and foster a prosperous economy in the area. So I'm excited about that place. I liked it the minute I saw it, and it is a model that can be duplicated, replicated across the state and across the country.
We got about 10 seconds, but when you come back, I hope in August, I hope you'll come back and dedicate it, and I hope you'll come back to our station like you did when you opened our new building. But March Madness starts tomorrow. Give me a pick, Governor Lee. Give me a pick. Who's going to do it?
Hey, listen, have you watched the Vols play in the last 3 weeks?
Yes.
As they knock off one contender after another, whether it was Arkansas or Kentucky or Auburn or whoever. I don't know, but I think they have a really good shot at a really deep run, and yeah.
Governor, I know, come on. I mean, so you're going to go with a home team, obviously.
Well, I will. I tell you what, I will. And everybody knows that I didn't go to the University of Tennessee. But you know why? Because I'm also a basketball fan. And watch them. Just look what they've done in 6 weeks.
They are great. Governor Bill Lee, Governor of Tennessee. Governor, thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
All right, buddy. See you later.
Thanks again. All right, Governor Lee. Of course he's going with UT. Hey, Austin, are you there? Austin.
Yes, boss.
Of course he's the governor of Tennessee. Who's he going to pick?
Well, you surely didn't think you would pick Alabama or something, would you?
Well, I thought he'd pick Kentucky. I had no idea.
UCLA, no.
Well, you're not going to pick my Bruins. I'm not even picking my Bruins. I went with Gonzaga, but
you got Gonzaga, didn't you? Yeah.
So Mix Madness, final day to sign up and go to mymix1041.com. You know what I should have done? I should have tried to get. Wouldn't it be cool to have the governor in the bracket, in our Mix Madness bracket?
You should do that.
Well, I can't. I should have done it when I had him on the air. Now he's gone. I don't know. Hey, where do you go to? Where do you go?
The question is, what would his team name be?
Well, I don't know that. Probably all the. I noticed we had several candidates make their bracket names their campaign. Hey, will you find out where he went to college?